Hey, y'all, come look at this.
Let me tell you something. They got me. I didn't think that I'd ever be saying this and admitting this, and one day you're saying it can never be me, and then suddenly you're finding yourself on the other side. And look, it can happen to any of us. So I'm here as a warning, an example before you do something worse. And let me just explain. So I used to hate coffee. Now I buy it every week. I don't even know if I'll say if it's tasty, but somehow
What?
it's become part of my routine.
Bro,
And
what are you
I've
talking
been thinking
man?
about it, that something that I once hated now is enjoyable. Like I don't know what happened. Maybe I've consumed it too much. Maybe I've consumed it in the right form. And let me just be clear here. I still don't like normal coffee, but an iced latte, a frappe, a mocha, even recently some of those chai latte things. I mean, Blank Street, Cafe Nero, girls, I'm in their ecosystem. They've got me. And though I still won't drink black coffee, I've now given it room where one day, I don't know, maybe, I might. And you might be thinking, okay, why did I bring this up? Because today, you might say you'll never do such a thing, but all it can take is just for you to give it a little bit of room, just an inch, just a small amount before you say to yourself, maybe it's not too bad. And beyond all this coffee stuff, let me be serious. Beyond all this coffee stuff, look, I believe that the biggest compromises often doesn't even feel like a compromise. It just feels like our ideas are shifting, they're maturing. See, I work in tech sales and I've seen how it can happen. Someone doesn't want something or doesn't see the need for something for right now. But then the right word, the right messaging, the consistent checking in, and suddenly they are open. And what got them? It was the repetitive interactions. It was the adjustments. See, we don't just say the same thing every single time. As we understand the individual, we learn how to phrase things in a certain way to help them take it in, receive it. Now, if we who are human could come up with such a scheme, do you think that the enemy doesn't know how to rephrase things to get you to take it in? 1 Peter 5 verse 8 says, "Be sober-minded, be watchful. Your adversary, the devil, prowls around like a roaring lion, seeking someone to devour." We must stand on guard, expectant, aware, knowing that things do not always look the way that we think, because often it isn't. See, suddenly there's a guy's trip and suddenly you end up in a restaurant. That's actually a lounge. That's actually paying some bashment. And suddenly you're dancing. And since you're already dancing here, you might as well just go to the club afterwards, right? And you're at the club and you're not going to dance with the guys. So suddenly you're dancing with the ladies. And you tell yourself, it's just a dance, it's nothing deep, right? But now you've gone from eating burgers and chips to rubbing waist on waist. And look, it might seem extreme right now, but this is how it can start. Some of you are being led to the slaughterhouse. You're watching Too Hot to Handle, not knowing that there are seeds being planted, ideas on what love looks like. Suddenly you don't trust men, suddenly you have insecurities and jealousies, and you're thinking, where did this come from? It's because you didn't guard your heart. Proverbs 4:23 says, "Guard your heart above all else, for it determines the course of your life." Now, this isn't a Bible study, but a warning for us to stay on guard. We cannot underestimate our ability to change our minds and do things that we wouldn't have done normally, especially if we don't put the right things in place. So we have to stay on guard. Stay in the word, stay in prayer, establish your boundaries, have accountability. Don't just test things just to see if it's really that bad. My brother, I'm not even going to say it is not that bad. She is that bad for you. Cool. I'll end it there. But have a good evening. Stay prayed up. And if you don't know already, my name is Leke. This is my Sunday school where Christ is our curriculum because the Christ life is the best life. God bless.